Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another beautiful morning up here in Maine at Alan's Family Firewood. Today we are going to be inside stacking the pine that we split the last couple of days. We got 2 trailers full, and this is all for bundle wood that we're going to use later on this summer. So, and some of you are going to ask, why are you inside stacking it? Well, we stack it onto pallets, put a wrapper on the top, and bring it back out here in the wood yard until we need it. We're ready to start bundling it up. We also stack inside because my wife does most of the stacking around here, and it's cold up here in Maine. So she likes to be inside where it's warm, and hey, when the boss speaks, you do what you're told, right? So we're going to go in and fire up the wood stove and get the building nice and warm, back a trailer in, and we'll get to stacking. All right. All right, so we got the trailer inside. These are the pallets that we're going to stack the wood onto. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about the pallets and why I think they're better than the way most everybody else does it. I see all the other wood channels, or at least most of them, they use a nice splitter, nice conveyor to load the trailer. Then they take the trailer and then they go and dump it on the ground. Then they're hand stacking it into piles. And then when it gets time to deliver it, they're taking it back off the pile and they're throwing it in the trailer. This pallet gets rid of at least 1 or 2 of those steps. And I'd like to show you what I'm doing. The pallets are exactly 4 foot by 4 foot, because that's what half a cord would be, and I built these pallets to be half a cord. Now if you look down on the side here, there's a stake pocket, and I can hold one of them up. It's just a little bit easier to see. It's 6 inches wide by 1 inch thick. I have this little tab here bent in. I'll explain that later. But by having these on the side, I can put 3 rows of 16-inch wood on this pallet. 3 rows, 4 feet tall, 4 feet wide, makes exactly half a cord. And these stake pockets make it so that I can use a 1x6 board to put in there. I'll grab one of those right now. These are the sideboards that I use. They're the 1x6. I saw all these on the mill to go in the stake pocket. I drill a 1/2 inch hole, and I've got 3/8 inch yellow plastic rope. Doesn't matter what color it is, but you do want to use the plastic rope. It holds up the best. The nylon stuff doesn't. Tie a knot on one end, pull it through so it stays. Same thing on this end, I just wrap it over the top and tie it. But these, you can see they're going to slide right into that stake pocket, just like that. This one is going to slide right in also. By having these, you're not going to pull those apart. But we'll stack that row here, and we'll bring it right up to the yellow rope, because that's drilled, and the rope is exactly at 4 feet. When it gets time to deliver these, this is the really nice part, is I will come over to the bottom of the pallet, and I will wrap a ratchet strap around the bottom on each side and go back to the forks on the tractor. Only takes a minute to hook those up. By having the pallet hooked to the forks, I can pick this whole pallet up of wood and dump it into the trailer. These stay on because they're not going to fall out. The pallet stays on the forks, but all the wood falls out. No more handling the wood. After the wood falls out, I just pick the pallet up, I go over, set it down on the ground, take my sideboards back out, lay my sideboards down, we go grab another pallet. And that's how we load wood. It's just way quicker, way easier. The whole hand stacking things, it's just gotta go. It's just way too much work. But anyway, we're in here to stack wood, so let's get at it. Alright. Let's get the sideboards in. Start putting the wood in.
Good morning.
Hey, Debbie.
Reporting for duty.
This is my wife. She does most of the stacking around here. So it's Karen, by the way,
Hello.
head commander-in-chief. I don't know. We'll call her anything as long as she shows up to stack wood.
Boss woman.
Boss woman. There we go. Just happy to have help. Well, Dave, guess what we're doing today?
Stacking?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can do that.
All right.
I've done a little bit of it.
That's good. You got this trailer to do, and if you do a real good job, I'll let you stack the next one, too.
Oh, great. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Good times.
I don't know if I mentioned, but this is all going to be for bundles later on in the summer, later on in the year. Makes it pretty easy. When it gets time, we need some more bundles from the stand. I'll take the tractor, go outside, pick up the pallet, bring it back in here, and we'll start wrapping bundles right inside if it's a rainy day.
Or a hot day.
Or a hot day, yeah. We'll turn the air conditioner on in here and keep right on working. Boy, I can't believe how quick this dries out.
It really does.
Doesn't take very long. What's it been? A day? 2 days it's been split?
Yep.
These pallets I can get about 60, right around 60 bundles per half cord. And it seems to work pretty good that way. The other thing I got thinking of is my tractor will lift a full half cord of wood, where maybe your tractor won't lift half a cord of wood. You don't have to build a special pallet that's 4 foot by 4 foot. You can go and find free pallets anywhere, as long as you can get those stake pockets made, put them on the sides of a smaller pallet that just holds a third of the cord. I would think a skid steer or one of the smaller size tractors would certainly lift a third of the cord. Just so you save yourself the time, because I mean, it's just so much easier to pick these pallets up and dump them into the trailer when it's time to deliver. But not everybody wants to do it the easy way, I get it. That's all right.
I prefer the easy way.
Yeah. Yeah. She used to help me throw it into the pallet, into the dump trailer, but when I get time for deliveries, and just had to come up with a better way. This seems to be it.
Wanted to keep me around.
Well, I don't want to stack all the wood myself.
I don't blame you.
I'd rather be out cutting and splitting the wood. That's way more fun than stacking.
I can think of a few things more fun than this.
Yeah.
But, gotta do it.
Did split wood? Well, stacking wood, yeah.
Yeah, maybe a couple things.
Good beach day.
Yeah.
That probably would be some of that. But it's gonna get done.
It does.
Stacking from a dump trailer is so much easier.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Having this, if you'd have dumped this on the ground and tried to stack it up, it's a lot more work. Having it already up here at, you know, at waist high, just makes life so much easier. A lot of people are going to look at this and think these little 1-inch boards aren't going to hold that kind of weight, but you can see that string's already getting tight. The wood just separates out, holds that string nice and tight. I've built enough of these over the years that it works pretty good. The only problem we have now that we're doing so much more campfire wood, at least that's the plan. Because we need more pallets all the time, so I have to stop, keep sawing lumber to build more pallets.
And that's when I do other things.
You help me run the sawmill.
Sometimes, yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Certainly help me split wood enough times.
Yep,
Makes it a whole lot easier when you get somebody there to pass you the wood.
sure does.
You can split so much more wood in a day when she's helping. If I can't get her, I can usually grab my son. That's kind of how we came up with the name Alan's Family Firewood. Pretty much the whole family helps out. So, certainly no great big operation, that's for sure. But the goal eventually is to do 100, 150 cord of this pond and sell it only in bundles. Because around here, bundles sell for $5 a piece. And you get 120, 130 bundles out of a cord of wood. I mean, after I give the homeowner their little cut, it works out that I make about $4, I guess, a bundle. That's a little over $500 a cord. Where if I just deliver a cord of pine to a campground, it only sells for like $200, $250. I'd rather make the extra money by bundle. Last year we dabbled in it a little. We started with the one stand in front of the house. And I think it did all right. I mean,
Yeah,
what did we make off of that roughly every week?
I don't know, maybe $50, $60?
Yeah, like that. But it was pretty consistent. I mean, every week, 50, 60 bucks. So, if we do that in front of the house, why can't we do it in front of your house or somebody else's house? We just gotta go knock on some doors and find some people that'll let us put the stand out there. I think if we offer them $1 per bundle that gets sold, I think we're gonna have some places to put stands out. I sure hope so. We got an awful lot of pine cut and split already.
Yeah.
I gotta be getting upwards of 40 cord right now. Most people would have went and found a location first, but I mean, no,
We don't always do stuff the regular
no,
way.
gotta do it a little bit backwards.
All seems to work out in the end though,
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time. We'll get it cut, split, bundled, make the stands, and hopefully be able to find the locations to put them at. But we'll do some videos on that when we get to that point. You guys will get to watch that too. Or if there's something else you guys want to see us do, leave us a message in the comments down below and we'll get on to that. It seems like I got you here right now. You guys will do me a great big favor. Go out and hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button, and we really appreciate it. It's a little tricky here at the top of the stack, trying to fit the pieces in. I like to bend them right in and shove in as many as we can get. Because these actual pallets won't be getting dumped into a truck. These will get picked up, brought back in here when it's a rainy day and we need to wrap up some wood bundles. stacked. The other thing that we do once they're stacked is I put a plastic coating over the top down to about here just to keep the rain off of it. You don't want to plastic the whole thing because the wood will never dry and it's just going to mold up there. Plastic the top, give it a few wraps with the old saran wrap that you use, the same saran wrap that you use to make your bundles out of. It holds it all together, that way when you go to pick it up with a tractor and bring it out back, it doesn't, it's all muddy out in the backfield and it's not on ground, even ground, so stuff's going to be rolling and you don't want the wood to fall off. I mean, it's pretty rugged. I mean, you're not gonna move these around a whole lot, but we're gonna cover it and keep it dry and go from there. So I just buy the cheapest plastic that I can find. Kind of come down over the edge about a foot, roll it across. Cut it off. This way here. Got some excess. I like to take the, make sure it's all good back here. Take the edges and just tuck them in like that. Take the saran wrap. Just poke it through a hole on the side, tie it off. That way the wind doesn't blow it loose. I like to do the corners, go up and over. That way it actually holds the plastic there because the wind gets blowing out there and you don't want the plastic blowing all over the place. I know a lot of people use big metal sheets of tin and set it on the top. If I did that, with the wind we have, that big piece of tin would act like a kite and go sailing down through the pasture, and I don't need to cut and quarter one of those milking cows out there, so I'm going to stick with the plastic. Go up and over, come back down. Up and over it, back down. Just go along here. Back up and over. Up and over. Now I got all four corners done. I'm going to give it 2 wraps. Cut that off. That's good to go. Once again, tie them up because the wind will get underneath of them. That's good to go, set out back, but the way we've set up, we're going to set another pallet in front here. We're going to keep stacking. Well, there, I say we pick up the pace. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's go.
Whip, whip.
that's enough stacking for today. We got both trailers done. What do you think?
I agree.
You had enough?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
all right.
I'm good.
We'll call it a day. I mean, it doesn't really look like the cows are going in for dinner yet, but that's all right. I got plenty more to do around here.
Always.
Yeah. Well, all right. If you guys like our videos and stuff, please hit the like button and subscribe and all that other stuff you're supposed to do.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks. Bye.